Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Dominance Through Destruction Champa. Now this is the physical Champa who has received his Extreme Z Awakening in DBZ Dokkan Battle recently on Global. Now Champa is a interesting unit. Not bad by any means, a little bit inconsistent offensively, but I think his overall kit is a really good one. I think his generic kit build makes him a good floating support for Universe 6 and a lot of content, just mainly content that's not AoE focused. So Champa is pretty good. He's Universe 6 lead of 130%, he's a 90% lead for physical types. He raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense on his super attack. He has defense of 160% with an additional defense of 120% when attacking. He gives Universe 6 category allies Ki +2, attack and defense of 40%, and an additional attack and defense of 20% when HP is 60% or less. So if you're below 60% HP, he's a 60% support, which is pretty good. He has a high chance, which is a 50% chance of attack of 400%, and a medium chance of attack of 60%, which is a 30% chance. He has a rare chance, which is 10% of performing a critical hit. Now he has Godly Power, Connoisseur, More Than Meets the Eye, The Innocence, Over 9,000, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. And Realm of the Gods, Dragon Ball Seekers, Universe 6, Siblings Bond, Bond of Master and Disciple, Space Traveling Warriors, and Planetary Destruction are his categories. His defense boost is calculated separately, so when you mix all of them together, he has a defense boost of 560% and 604% when performing a super attack if his HP is below 60% or less. And in terms of his attack procs, how it works is basically if the high chance of attack of 600% procs, then the medium chance won't proc, and vice versa. If the medium chance procs, then the high chance won't proc. So you can't get them both to proc. It's not like it can combine to get a 1000% attack boost. It's either one will proc, basically, to cut a long story short. Now, basically to cut a long story short, he's really solid in terms of performance. Really good unit. But in terms of his general performance in terms of offense, not really crazy. Very inconsistent. He can be, for example, really good. Sometimes, you'll see in a lot of these clips, he'll be hitting 4 millions, 4 millions, 4 millions, 4 millions. Then he'll hit the occasional 6 million. And then there are times where he hits 1.8. So his offense I would classify as inconsistent. There are times where, if you put in effort and time and give supports and that you can see him hit 7 million. There's also going to be times where you don't really see him hit that high. The big thing is more his defensive security, so he's quite strong defensively, depending on support, ranging anywhere from 160k to 200k starter turn defense is really good, especially when you consider that he's going to gain another 120% defense when attacking. So his defense is going to more than double, meaning he'll have around almost 400k when he supers or attacks. And it's good that it says attacking because that also precludes super attacking. And he also raises his defense, so in total he can have almost 500k defense, which is really good, especially when you factor in that he is a 40% unit, so 40% support unit, and then he's got that additional 20% that he gives as well, which is really good. So he's got a lot of really good stuff that's going on. Offensively, a little bit inconsistent. So it's nothing I would say to make him a bad unit. I would just say it's more considered a bonus. So if you see him operating at decent levels offensively, I would say that's the usual. The 4 millions is definitely the usual. Then I would say if you see him hit the occasional 6 or 7 million, that's a bonus. And then if you see him hit 1.8 or 2 million, generally speaking, you're a bit unlucky. So most times his offensive output will be decent. The big thing is the support. even just a 40% support that has such decent start of turn defense and such good defense after supering is honestly a pretty nice unit to have, especially for the Universe 6 team. You know, it's not like he's broken, but he is going to make a lot of other units on this team feel very, very good, like feel very, very, very consistent. So I do like his overall kit. I just feel like there's depending on your experience, might feel a bit of inconsistency in the attack performance. Now, link-wise, obviously, kind of a big caveat for him on the Universe 6 team is he doesn't have Warriors of Universe 6, which is a little bit of a problem. He also doesn't have Tournament of Power, which is even more of a problem. He's actually more, weirdly enough, obviously similar to Beerus in that he's coordinated for a Realm of the Gods team with Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and Godly Power. And Universe 6 is one of the few universes that doesn't really have those kind of units. No one really hits Godly Power outside of Vardos, and you only really have one viable Vardos unit. He's still pretty good, but yeah, link-wise, you're more looking at him to really perform on the Realm of the Gods team, but then you're missing out on the benefit of his 40% support and 60% support capabilities. So that's the only real inconsistency in terms of functionality. Of course, you don't need it. You don't need his links, but they do help. Connoisseur is a great link. Shocking Speed's a great link. Godly Power is an okay link. More Than Meets the Eye and over 9,000. Quite difficult ones for him to get, especially over 9,000. More Than Meets the Eye may be possible, but over 9,000 is kind of like not really a capable link for him. But it is what it is. Overall, he's a good unit. I do like him. I think he's really solid. And yeah, realistically speaking, I think he's a really nice pickup for most teams. That's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. Bye.